Here we are. Oh, here we are with another Friday night live. Um, June 7th, 2024. Hope everybody's doing amazing. In this beautiful planet Earth, we have all chosen to materialize in this realm and go through all the material, experiences. Uh, every day there's new souls coming in, being born, and every day there's souls leaving the physicality. We just went to visit the newborn, 3 days old, so precious. It's every time you experience that, you go through the memories of ourselves going through all that, being born, and being taken care of, and growing up with your parents if you were lucky enough to choose that experience, and come to the point we are now. And in all that, where's all of the challenges and pain, misery, and suffering that many of us go through because everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be, right? So many people are sick around. It's never been like this, but solutions are available. The massive fast realm, we have wonderful solution. We tap into the divine creator and allow the process to take place. Put all the trust in that, right? But people don't. They don't believe it. They don't have a will to live. They don't want to make the changes for whatever reason. And the ones who do see miracles after miracles. You know, people in the hospital, people getting diagnosed with all kinds of things, people dropping dead, people being born, people healing themselves. That's what I like to hear. We're in the month of the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere and winter solstice in the summer southern hemisphere. So we want to put our focus on our wonderful dry fasting because that's where everything happens. That's where everything happens. Once again, go to the Master Fast System website and you go to Hear Ye Notice, and read the notice, and also the guidelines for sharing MFS. We've heard some more news, and never ceases to amaze me what mankind will do. Make a dollar. We've seen it in with the lockdown, what people are willing to do to make and continue collecting their paycheck. It's very clear. Follow the orders, whether there's morals or not. Just follow the orders and you get a paycheck, right? Yeah, I'm afraid we are in some interesting times, that's for sure. And that Luciferic intellect, a diabolical energy, that's what it is to me. It's an energy to um, mind control, influence, direct, enslave, harm, everything that moves in not direction of balance, in the opposite, where we want to keep the focus in the direction of balance. Because if we don't, what are we doing? We're following everyone else's path, which leads to what's out there. That's what's happening out there. So the choice is always yours, as we say. We can only make that decision for ourselves and how we want to live. You know, have friends in rough shape. Relatives in rough shape. But there's always that justification for what they're doing. Oh, it's just a little bit of this. It's okay. Okay, well, continue to suffer. Because that little bit over months and years, how it accumulates, as we know, especially when you're not fasting. It's just accumulation, accumulation, accumulation until the physicality cannot function anymore. Mental, the emotional body falls apart. Marcone! And things shut down and we cease to exist. The heart shuts down, we know what happens, right? If the liver shuts down, we know what happens. If the kidney shut down, we know what happens. If the pancreas shut down, we know what happens. If the lungs shut down, we know what happens. If the bowel shut down, we know what happens. The urinary tract, glands, brain, we know what happens, right? We know exactly what happens when those things cease to function. But we continue on our path because even though we're in misery, pain, and suffering, we choose to believe that that can't happen to me, right? That can't happen to me. So we continue down our program path. That's all it is, right? We have our belief system ingrained very, very deep. And for us to want to change that belief, very, very difficult. We like to listen to the Luciferic intellect and telling us, here's your magic potion. Take this, everything will be good. All your problems will be gone. Peppermint, beautiful. Beautiful peppermint. So, I don't know. Take your herbs, drink your juice, continue on your dry windows. Dry skin your brush, burn stick, sniff your essential oils, get lots of rest, get lots of movement, a few times a week, 2 to 4 times a week is enough. You can do more. You don't really need a lot when you're living and loving it, and you keep the body free of obstructions. The more stimulant, the more obstructions, the more we need to move to keep the energy of the physical body flowing. Less we eat, cleaner we eat when we eat, more we fast, easier that energy flows. And then we'll notice when we start eating obstructive, we go, holy crap, is this what food does to you? How come I never noticed this before? Well, because we're living a fasting lifestyle and we're all full of gunk. The gunk blocks all the senses, physical, mental, emotional. And the invaders come in because of all the obstructions. They come to actually help us, all the parasites. And they start munching away at all that caca. And then their waste spews out and their hormones and so on and so forth. And it sends signals to us and we crave certain things. Don't believe it happens. There's documentaries you can watch on the fungus, certain fungus, and what it does to ants and other insects, I believe. Very, very interesting to watch these things. Very interesting. Fungus goes in, makes ants do certain things so that the fungus can continue and reproduce. I've watched it a long time ago, but if you want to research that, give it a watch. Worth it, well worth it. We have people who believe that the diet is what's going to fix them. And they go on these stimulating diets because it makes you feel good, right? And then what happens down the road? We pay the price. Every time. The laws of cause and effect. We cannot escape those laws. Slaughtering the animals, killing the animals, getting it all out, preparing it, putting all our love, we can bless it and elevate its soul. And then we can ingest it and enjoy it. And then the physicality has to interact with what we did. The physical, the mental, the emotional body. With that physicality and the energy of that physicality. We have to interact with that. Same thing with plants, right? If we're doing a lot of nuts and seeds, legumes, which are seed, if we're doing a lot of that, we're dealing with a lot of entities. The soul essence is contained within the seed, right? So fruit, it's bearing seed, either on the inside or on the outside, like a strawberry. We consume strawberry, small seeds, figs, small seeds, and we pass this through to carry on the species. If it's an internal seed, we toss it, plant it. So we're not dealing with destroying the essence and the physicality of the soul. We're not interfering with that soul's journey, even though that soul most likely picked to be taken out that way. So it's very intricate and very infinite to understand it all, and we don't need to understand it. But when we eat a mango, we have a nice big seed, toss it, and hopefully that can sprout a tree. Not in this country. So, we don't have to deal with that karma. We're going to deal with it to some degree because we're ingesting and tossing it. No way to escape the laws of cause and effect, the repercussions of everything we do, repercussions in everything we do, everything we think about, everything we physically do to other beings or whatever. We are part of the whole cycle. Part of the whole cycle. And there's infinite interactions of the fields from everything we decide and do. So if we wholeheartedly truly want to heal, then we make the choice to be on the path, the journey as a lifestyle to heal, lots of changes are going to happen. Lots of changes. How's everybody doing? Is anybody out there? Maybe not. Um, get ready for that season change if you haven't already started. We have yeah, today, tomorrow is 2 weeks prior. Perfect. Perfect timing. We have 2 weeks before window, 2 weeks after. Get into our dry fast. Go into it nice and cleanly. Be prepared emotionally to come out of it very prudently, very cleanly. Be very careful with dry fasting. It's the ultimate. That's where everything happens. It's the only true fasting state is the dry fasting state. There's no other state that is the state where we can allow the physical body to heal. Everything else is cover up, stimulant. It gives the illusion of healing when there's only partial healing. Everything happens in the fields. So when you see somebody who is on a like a sad diet or whatever, any other diet that's not clean, and they have a catastrophe and go paralyzed, and they actually heal themselves through prayer, through focus, prayer focus, like be able to walk again or whatever. It's um, it's we have to look at that and say, wow, well, it's definitely not what they're doing in the physical and why they healed. Definitely not the physical. So let's take a look at what, you know, why they were able to heal when, thousands or millions of people cannot heal from the similar accidents, incidences, or whatever that caused them to go paralyzed. And sometimes it's not an accident or something, it's lifestyle that puts people in those states, right? So, we're in very interesting times. I hope that we as mankind move in a journey towards peace, balance, and correct conduct, because what's going on out there is absolutely diabolical. These psychopath war pig killers, want to start World War III. That's where they want to take out many of us. So, um, my opinion, believe it or not, if you can't see what's happening right now, it's all right in our faces. And I suggest 108 days to start, master fasting. Do levels 5, 6 for 108 days. You'll see some changes happening. There'll be severe changes happening. Anybody out there ask any questions? Now's a great time. It's the only time that is in our existence now. No future, no past. Future never comes because we're always in the now space. Tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow is always today. Right now, here we are. So yeah, there's always something to do. Always something to do. I got a window leak I have to fix on the house. We're getting a lot of rain this year. A lot of rain. It rained again today. Yesterday, I think it rained a bit. Maybe tomorrow, weekend. This lots of water. Getting some beautiful days. When it's mixed up, it's beautiful. Rain and sunshine. Sunshine is a beautiful, powerful source. Tap into that source of energy, which is the divine creator. The divine creators created it, and the energy comes through the sun from the divine creator. We call it plasma love always flowing. Just tap into that and embrace that beautiful lovely source of energy. Embrace it. Everything's possible to heal. Those who are out there who've lost all hope, who believe in the white jackets that gave you what, 6 months to live or 1 or 2 years to live, give that diagnosis back to them. When they give you that diagnosis, say, thank you very much, but no thank you. That's yours. I don't want it. And walk away and get to work on a full-time journey to take care of me. If we don't do that, what chance do you have? You know, someone who's in a severe situation of their health, it's always more challenging to work with, but we've seen the worst of the worst come out of it. So, what will it take to make somebody click and decide that they want to make a change in their life because they love life and they want to live? And what makes people say, I've had enough of this life, I'm done with it? And they allow the white jackets to do their stuff because they believe they're gone anyway. What makes people do that? I don't know. Questions, questions, questions. That's why we are here. I probably answered pretty much every question you could possibly be asked at least once. And there's always something new, and always. We're coming to the halfway mark, half past the hour. Focus, meditate, prayer, fast, clean, minimal eating. So simple. So simple. Yeah. Many people want to go with the carnivore diet, or the sad diet, or the seafood diet, anything you see you eat, or the actual seafood diet of stuff from the fish and everything else from the sea. So much we can learn and do. But this is the way it is. Anyway, nobody's got any questions. I will call it a night and go to sleep. Long day. Every day's a long, beautiful day. Get some stuff done. And laugh to everyone in the group and that came through the group or beyond the group and everybody else around the planet. Ciao.